Hi everyone, this is Dave from Geekanoids, and this is my review of the Pure Sensia DAB Radio. Now this is a digital audio broadcast radio with a big difference, and that is that Pure have designed it with a 5.7 inch touchscreen interface on the front of the device. Now this TFT touchscreen runs at 640 by 480, and it allows you to interact with the radio with a great deal of style. Now before I show you the touchscreen and how it all works, let's just give you a brief tour around the radio. As well as DAB, you've also got Wi-Fi. The Wi-Fi allows you to gain access to internet radio, podcasts and even media streaming. So if you've got a media streamer in your house, then you can stream the content from that as well. You've got two 30-watt speakers on the side of the device, and they deliver a rich and really full-bodied sound. Now on the top of the device here we've got the power on off switch, and then if I just take you for a look around the back of the device, now on the back here we've obviously got the input for the power. We've also got an input for a CD player or an MP3 player, so I could, if I wanted to, connect an iPod directly in here. Then we've got a headphone output, and then alongside this we've got a USB input. Now the USB is used for updating the device. Pure will release new firmware updates and new features and applications for the Sensia, and you can update over USB or in fact over Wi-Fi. And then the top of the device here we've got an aerial which obviously aids with that DAB and FM reception. So as well as the DAB radio, you have got an FM tuner as well. So if you're in an area that can't accept DAB reception, or you've got poor reception in your area, you can fall back on that FM tuner. Now before I show you the touchscreen in use, it's worth noting that in the box you do also get a really nice carry case with the device, so at least if you're going out and about or you want to take it around a friend's house, you can pop it in here to keep it nice and safe. And you do also get a remote control with the device, and this little remote reflects the nice egg-shaped design of the Sensia, and from here you can control the source, be it whether it's media streaming or an iPod or the DAB radio. You can put your volume up and down, skip between tracks, play and pause, mute, and of course turn the device on and off. We're going to be concentrating on this touchscreen area, and I'm just going to pop the aerial up so that we get some DAB reception. At the moment we're tuned in via DAB. We're receiving a digital broadcast from BBC Radio 1. I'm going to just put the volume up, which you do by touching this icon here and then moving your finger either left or right. So very good quality sound from the unit. I'm just going to put the volume up a bit more so you can hear how loud it goes. So as you heard there, it goes nice and loud. Didn't really distort with that full volume either, so the sound quality really has impressed me. Absolutely superb. With the DAB radio you can save up to 30 presets. With the FM radio you can save 10 presets. If I guide you around the interface a little bit now, bottom left hand corner we've got the time and the current date. These icons along the bottom here, if I tap the alarms one, I can set an alarm, a sleep timer, a kitchen timer or snooze delay. On the source button I can select between DAB radio, the lounge, which is an online service that Pure provide where you can set favourites for your internet radio stations. I can select media player, which will allow me to stream music from a hard drive that's on my home network. Then I've got FM radio, or I can select that auxiliary input which I showed you earlier, which you could connect to an iPod, an MP3 player or a CD player into that rear input. Next icon along is the volume, As you saw, you can slide up and down for the volume, or I can just tap it once to completely mute the unit. And then when I go into settings, it's here I can do the tuning, set my network settings for Wi-Fi, etc. Update the unit, set the display, and then bind the remote. This remote works via RF rather than infrared, so you do have to bind it with the unit. It's like a pairing. Next along, I've got some settings which show me how to use the apps. I'm going to be showing you that in a short while. And then I've got a signal meter, and here it tells me I've got a DAB signal quality of 65% and a signal strength of 27, fluctuating to 33% there. I've also got Wi-Fi network set up, and I've got 80% signal strength on that. And then the last icon along is for power. It's not touch sensitive, but as you can see, it's just showing I'm actually plugged into mains power. I could be operating this off of battery if I so wish. Then the main interface display. Here I've got a home button here which I can tap to go back out to the home screen, and my only options at the moment are my favourites or my stations. So I can tap on stations, and that will give me a list of all of the digital radio stations that are available in my area. Very easy to select. I can scroll up and down this list as well in sort of iPod style until I get one that I want, and then I can tap on that particular station to tune into it, and then again I can scroll back up to the top and perhaps go back to Radio 1. The touch screen, as you're seeing here, is a little bit flaky. It doesn't always register my touches. It can get frustrating, but it certainly has improved with the latest version 1.5 software update, and it's made it a lot easier to navigate up and down. Now this panel here gives me some information about the current radio station that I'm tuned into, about the current program that's on that radio station as well. And then in this area here, at the moment you're seeing some adverts that are being streamed to the device, this time by Pure. I can scroll to the right on this top section, and here I could have some media player photos actually displaying on the unit, and they'd be streaming from my PC or from my UPnP device. And then if I scroll once more, this is where you get to the applications. Now at the moment it's displaying an application for weather. If I scroll up or down, I can get to a Twitter application, for example, and it takes a little bit of time for the application to load. There's another slight niggle with the unit, but once it's loaded you can see here that it's actually streaming my Twitter feed. If I wanted to go into full screen, I can actually tap this icon in the top right hand corner here, and that will actually take the application out to full screen. It still shows me the radio station at the top that's playing, but it allows me to view this Twitter feed in full size. So very useful. And if I want to go back to the smaller version, I just tap the icon again and it takes it back out to that main user interface. And then I can scroll even further. Here I've got a Facebook application. I haven't configured this one at the moment, and then scroll again and I'm actually up to the top of the list. So it's a little bit hit and miss as to whether you're at the first application, second or third, but once you find your way around the user interface, it's a very nice addition, and I think that Pure will develop more applications so that you get more functionality from this top right hand area of the touchscreen. My overall impression of the Sensia is that it's an awesome and innovative product. It really has some great ideas in there. It just has a little bit of room for improvement. Maybe iron out those user interface problems and the sensitivity of the screen, and perhaps improve the lag between switching between screens. That would be a nice thing to see. So a little bit more responsiveness from the unit. But that says the design is very, very nice, very up to date, extremely pleasing on the eye, and the sound is top notch. It's absolutely full bodied, very deep, rich sound with a great amount of detail. The Pure Sensia DAB is going to cost you around £250 in the UK or $470 in the US, Well, thanks very much for listening. Come back soon and check out more reviews on the Geekanoids channel. This video review is sponsored by ProPorter.com, who design and manufacture a whole host of accessories for your mobile devices, including PDAs and smartphones, MP3 players and iPods, laptops, GPS devices and gaming units.